Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a crucial topic that can make or break your financial future. The top 10 financial mistakes to avoid in your 20s and 30s. Let's be real. Nobody wants to be stuck in a cycle of debt and financial stress, right? Especially when you're just starting out and trying to build a solid foundation for your future. The earlier you start making smart financial decisions, the better off you'll be in the long run. So, buckle up, grab a notebook, and let's get started. The first mistake that can trip you up in your 20s and 30s is not having a budget. You might be thinking, budgets? Those are boring and restrictive. But a budget gives you control over your money. It's about deciding where your cash goes, instead of letting it disappear. Think of a budget like a financial roadmap. It helps you track your income and expenses each month. This awareness lets you identify overspending and save. And those savings can add up quickly. Without a budget, it's easy to overspend and live paycheck to paycheck. You might be surprised how much you spend on eating out and impulse buys. A budget shines a light on these habits and empowers you to make changes. Creating a budget is one thing, but sticking to it is where the real magic happens. It can be tough, especially at first. But remember, consistency is key. Budgeting takes practice and discipline. Many struggle because they see it as a chore. Shift your mindset. See it as a tool to achieve your goals. Every dollar saved helps pay off debt or invest in your future. Find a budgeting method that works for you. Experiment with different strategies and stick with one long term. It's okay to slip up. Life happens. Get back on track and learn from your experiences. Let's talk about a major financial mistake to avoid accumulating credit card debt. Credit cards can be useful tools for building credit and earning rewards. But the danger lies in high-interest debt you can't pay off each month. If you only make minimum payments, you'll pay a lot in interest. Credit card debt is like a financial anchor weighing you down. How do you avoid falling into the credit card debt trap? Live within your means. Spend less than you earn and avoid impulse purchases. Your budget is your best friend. Pay your balances in full and on time. This avoids interest charges and improves your credit score. Struggling with debt? Don't panic. Create a debt repayment plan. Use the snowball or avalanche method. Consider consolidating your debt. Ask for help if needed. Credit counseling agencies can guide you. Taking control of your finances is a journey. All right, let's talk about retirement. I know, it seems like a lifetime away. You're thinking about things like traveling, starting a business, maybe buying that Tesla Model S Plaid. Trust me, I get it. It all comes down to this magical little thing called compound interest. Basically, compound interest is like interest earning interest. It's your money making you more money. It's like a snowball effect. But instead of snow, it's your money growing exponentially. In 30 years, that $10,000 could potentially grow to over $76,000. That's the power of compound interest. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Graham, I'm living paycheck to paycheck. How am I supposed to save for retirement? And listen, I've been there. When I was a real estate agent in my early 20s, I was barely scraping by. But even then, I made it a priority to put something, anything, away for retirement. The key is to start small and be consistent. Even if it's just $50 or $100 a month, that's still money that's working for you, growing over time. As you start earning more, you can gradually increase your contributions. There are also plenty of retirement accounts designed to make saving easier, like a 401(k) or a Roth IRA. These accounts come with tax advantages that can save you money in the long run. Plus, if your employer offers a 401(k) match, that's essentially free money you're leaving on the table if you don't contribute. Remember, retirement might seem like a distant thought now, but the sooner you start planning and saving, the more financially secure your future will be. Let's talk about lifestyle inflation. It's a sneaky thing, really. You get a raise, a promotion, maybe you land that dream job. Congratulations. But then, you start spending more. Upgrade your apartment, buy a nicer car, and before you know it, you're back to living paycheck to paycheck. This is lifestyle inflation. True wealth is about financial freedom and peace of mind. How do you avoid the lifestyle inflation trap? Be aware of your spending habits. Track your money each month. Use a budgeting app, spreadsheet, or notebook. Have a clear picture of your income and expenses. Identify areas to cut back. Do you need that daily latte? Cook at home more often. Cancel unused subscriptions. Small changes make a big difference. Invest extra money towards financial goals. Pay off high-interest debt. Avoid lifestyle inflation and build a solid financial future. Life is full of surprises, and unfortunately, not all of them are good. Your car could break down, you could lose your job, or you could face an unexpected medical expense. That's where an emergency fund comes in. It's your peace of mind knowing that you can handle life's curveballs without going into debt. Now, how much should you have in your emergency fund? A good rule of thumb is 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses. This covers rent, utilities, groceries, and transportation. Start small and be consistent. Automate your savings. Even $50 a month helps. The peace of mind it provides is priceless. All right, let's talk about something that might seem boring but is actually crucial for your financial future: credit scores. Yeah, I know, not as exciting as buying a Tesla, but trust me, this is important. Your credit score is like your financial GPA, and just like a bad GPA can hurt your chances of getting into a good college, a bad credit score can make your life way harder. We're talking higher interest rates on loans, difficulty renting an apartment, even potentially losing out on job opportunities. Think of it this way. A good credit score is like having a VIP pass to the financial world. It unlocks better rates, better terms, and more options. On the other hand, a bad credit score is like constantly hitting roadblocks and paying more for everything. So, how do you build good credit? It's all about responsible financial behavior, paying your bills on time, keeping your credit card balances low, and not opening too many accounts at once. It takes time, but it's totally worth it. Let's break down building good credit even further. A simple way to start is by getting a secured credit card. It's like a training wheels credit card that reports your payments to the credit bureaus, helping you establish a positive credit history. Another key is to use your credit cards responsibly. Don't spend more than you can afford to pay back in full each month. Think of your credit card like a debit card with a slight delay in payment. Treat it that way, and you'll avoid racking up unnecessary interest charges. If you do happen to miss a payment, don't panic. Just contact your creditor as soon as possible and try to work out a payment plan. Life happens, and sometimes things slip through the cracks. The key is to be proactive and communicate. Remember, building good credit is a marathon, not a sprint. Be patient, be consistent with responsible financial habits, and you'll reap the rewards of a strong credit score for years to come. Now let's dive into one of the biggest mistakes you can make in your 20s and 30s, not investing. I know investing might seem intimidating or confusing, but it's one of the most powerful tools you have to build wealth over time. The magic of investing lies in the power of compounding. It's like a snowball effect. The earlier you start investing, even small amounts, the more time your money has to grow exponentially. Think of it like this. Time is your biggest asset when it comes to investing. Imagine two people both starting with nothing. One starts investing $100 a month at age 25, while the other waits until age 35. Assuming an average annual return, the person who started at 25 will have significantly more money by retirement, even though they invested less overall. Why? Because their money had more time to compound. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to work for you, generating even more money over time. It's like magic, but it's real, and it's called compound interest. So, how do you actually get started with investing? Well, the good news is that it's easier than ever before, thanks to online platforms like Robinhood, M1 Finance, and Vanguard. First things first, figure out your risk tolerance and investment goals. Are you investing for retirement? A down payment on a house? Once you know your goals, you can choose investments that align with your timeline and risk appetite. A great option for beginners is to invest in low-cost index funds. These funds track a specific market index, like the S&P 500, and offer instant diversification, which helps spread your risk across hundreds of different companies. The key takeaway here is to start investing as early as possible, even if it's just a small amount. Remember, time is your biggest asset, and the sooner you get started, the more you benefit from the power of compounding. Let's talk about something that's absolutely crucial for financial success: setting clear financial goals. You see, without goals, it's like driving without a destination in mind. You might end up somewhere, but it's probably not where you wanted to be. Think of your financial goals like a roadmap to your dream life. Do you want to buy a house, retire early, travel the world? Whatever your aspirations, writing them down and turning them into concrete financial goals is the first step to making them a reality. Having clear financial goals not only gives you direction, but also provides motivation. When you know what you're working towards, it's easier to stay focused and disciplined with your spending and saving habits. It's like training for a marathon. If you don't have a specific finish line in mind, it's easy to lose steam. But when you have a clear goal and a plan to get there, you're more likely to push through the tough times and achieve what you set out to do. Now, not all financial goals are created equal. To maximize your chances of success, it's important to set SMART goals. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Let's break it down. Specific means defining exactly what you want to achieve. Instead of saying, "I want to save more money," say, "I want to save $10,000 for a down payment on a condo." Measurable means having a way to track your progress. Achievable means setting realistic goals that you can actually reach. Relevant means choosing goals that align with your values and priorities. Finally, time-bound means setting a deadline for yourself. This creates a sense of urgency and helps you stay on track. Remember, a goal without a deadline is just a dream. All right, let's talk about insurance. I know, it's not the most exciting topic, but trust me, it's crucial. You're working hard for your money, building your dream life. But what happens if disaster strikes? Imagine this: you're in an accident, or your apartment floods, or you face a medical emergency. Without insurance, these unexpected events can wipe out your savings and leave you in a mountain of debt. That's why having adequate insurance coverage is non-negotiable. Think of insurance as a safety net. It's there to protect you and your assets from the financial burden of unexpected events. It's about having peace of mind, knowing that you're covered if something goes wrong. Whether it's health insurance, car insurance, renter's insurance, or disability insurance, take the time to assess your needs and get the right coverage. Now, you might be wondering, what kind of insurance do I actually need? Well, that depends on your individual circumstances, but there are a few key types that everyone should consider. Firstly, health insurance is a must-have. Medical bills can be astronomical, and going without coverage is a huge risk. If your employer doesn't offer health insurance, look into individual plans through the marketplace. Next, if you own a car, auto insurance is non-negotiable. It protects you financially in case of an accident. And if you're renting, renter's insurance is essential. It covers your belongings in case of theft, fire, or other covered incidents. Finally, consider disability insurance. This type of insurance replaces a portion of your income if you become unable to work due to an illness or injury. It's crucial for protecting your income stream, especially if you're self-employed or work in a physically demanding job. Navigating personal finance can feel overwhelming. There's so much information out there, and it's easy to get lost. That's where professional advice comes in. A good advisor can be an invaluable asset. They help create personalized plans and make informed decisions. Think of them as your personal finance coach. Finding the right financial advisor is like finding a good therapist. It's a personal decision. You want someone you trust, someone who understands your goals, and someone who can explain things in a way that makes sense to you. Start by asking for referrals from friends, family, or colleagues who have had positive experiences with financial advisors. Once you have a few names, do your homework. Check their credentials, their experience, and their areas of expertise. Don't be afraid to schedule consultations with a few different advisors before making a decision. This will give you a chance to ask questions, get a feel for their communication style, and see if they're a good fit for you. Remember, you're entrusting this person with your financial future, so it's crucial to choose someone who is knowledgeable, trustworthy, and has your best interests at heart. A good financial advisor can make a world of difference in helping you achieve your financial goals. And there you have it, the 10 financial mistakes to avoid in your 20s and 30s. Remember, building wealth takes time, discipline, and a solid plan. By avoiding these common pitfalls, you'll be well on your way to achieving your financial goals and living a life of financial freedom. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more tips on managing your finances. See you in the next video.